Hello guys, this is Denal coming at you with another Halo Mega Construx video. In this one, I'm continuing my series of every Halo hero ever, covered weekly, series by series. I don't know when these are gonna come out. Maybe weekly. We'll try. But yeah, so here we are on our third episode covering Halo Heroes Series 3. Now this is an interesting one. This is an interesting one because the thing about this one is a lot of these figures have been remade, actually. Some, for example, like in, Series 4, right? A lot of those figures haven't been released or made very many times, but in this one, most of these guys have. But we'll see. We'll see what I have to say about each version. So Series 3 has 1, 2, 3, 4 named characters and 2 unnamed characters. And this one is the light green. Not just green, be careful though, because there's a different green coming out, a darker one. But yeah, let's just get into it. Something interesting we have with this series is non-human characters covered. In Series 1 and 2, it was only humans. Marines, Spartans, ODSTs, sure. But this one introduces Covenant and Banished. So, without further ado, let's get going. We have, also I'd like to say, I try to pose all these guys. I try to give them little poses that make sense for them. I'm messing up the poses when I play around with the figure to show you guys, but some of them in the later series are more posed up. But yeah, so for example, we have Spartan Palmer posed up in a running call this a Captain Rex pose. So, Spartan Palmer is a character from Halo 4, not super popular. She appears in Halo 4, Halo 5, and Halo Spartan Assault. Yeah, so this is the first version of Palmer we ever got. Oh no, I stand corrected, I apologize. This is the second version of Palmer we got. This is 2 of 3. So she comes with 2 unpainted black pistols. Very unfortunate. As I said in the last video, weapons get more painted as we go along. It's rare to see unpainted weapons later on, but early on they happen every once in a while. Usually small ones like these pistols. So yeah, Palmer features some of these red markings, which are very interesting looking. Like these ones look like wings. They always have these like wing looking things. Yeah, I like it a lot. I think it's very cool. So she also uses the scout armor, which was featured in Halo 4, and also a scout appeared in Series 2 over there, you can kind of see. So Spartan Palmer actually came with a separate head, which I'll show you now. Here's the head Palmer came with. I believe this was a unique mold at the time, but I think it's been used in other stuff since then. Or at least a very similar variation, just having a peg on top. But yeah, so she still uses the pinhole eyes that Forge used. I'll probably point it out in the video that covers whatever series this starts in, like the white printing. But yeah, pretty accurate head, I would say. Pretty decent. Looks good enough. Definitely gets the job done, and is very good for how small these figures are, especially for how old these guys are too. Sorry about the pause. I actually use this head for a different figure because, I always have Palmer with her helmet on, but yeah. So there's Palmer. I think this is a great one. So here we have Spartan Jerome for the first time. This guy's someone people really like. People wanted Jerome for a really long time in Mega Construx form. People love Halo Wars. People love Red Team. So this is the first one we ever got of Red Team. So this Jerome is covered based on the first Halo Wars, I believe. You have the Spartan logo he has on. All 3 members of Red Team actually have unique shoulder prints. They all have these unique patterns they like. Unfortunately, my Jerome suffers from some sloppy paint. You can see his number is completely messed up. I don't know if that got scratched up, if that's a factory error. You can't even tell what number he is. I think it's 047. That's a 7, right? 147 maybe? I'm gonna go with 147. Actually, I can just check right here. I have a second Jerome close by. No, none of those numbers were right. It's 092. Jerome is Spartan 092. Anyway, you could not tell from that, huh? Yeah, so unfortunately some quality control issues here. As you can see, with some of the visor is okay, but the chest plate, that's messed up, and as well as the gun. So he comes with the new mold of AR at the time. The last series uses the different mold, as you can see right here with the Scout. Look at that, completely different. So yeah, printed up, but not really, because this is all either rubbed off or came off in the factory. I got most of these used, not out of the package, but yeah. So here's Jerome. I think the new mold they use for the Mark V armor is really good. I think it looks perfect, perfectly accurate to the Halo Wars, and it's actually different from the CE armor, despite being like the same armor set. Yeah, I think this one's pretty good. Not super detailed, but he doesn't really have to be. All right, let's get moving. Now, I assume the one you guys are all waiting for, the popular one, the Halo 2 Elite Honor Guard. Man, this guy still is like, when I look up on the shelf of all the heroes, he still stands out above the rest. Not just for his height, but also how striking he looks. This is one of the favorite designs from Halo and just in Mega in general. This figure alone for a long time was going for $100 plus. Super valuable, super rare, just because everyone wants them. Everyone wants to have multiple of them. You know, you don't want just one honor guard. This is also the first time in a Halo Heroes series we got a generic troop. They don't happen very frequently. You have some jackals later down the line, as well as some marines, but they're super rare. But this honor guard, generic troop, elite honor guard, no name, no designation of armor, like a one of the multiplayer Spartans. This is like really the first one you could army build out of all the figures that have come out in the heroes up till this point. So he comes with the standard spear or pike. This is the same spike that that the old articulation honor guards used. No need to change the mold. It's perfect. It's very interesting. You can see like the curve up on this side and the curve up on this side. Mega nailed it, especially with how old this mold is. It's perfect. And the length of the mold fits newer articulation figures as well. I hope they keep this mold around forever. I don't see any reason to change it. So yeah, it's printed up just like all the others are. He uses new thighs, new shoulders, a new chest plate, and of course, oh man, the new helmet. Look at that. I love the gold and the red on this one. One negative of this figure is what do you call this? Forearms aren't super accurate. In game, they look more like you have one of these, like right here. That's how they look in game. But Mega has not yet made a new forearm piece for these guys yet, unfortunately, even up to this day. Hopefully soon, but that's the one drawback. Other than that, he's perfect. Definitely my favorite figure from this series. Oh, and I want to note, this guy actually covers the Halo 2 Anniversary Honor Guard. He looks more like the one you see in the Anniversary Edition. The newer one that comes in Series 18 looks more like the original classic Halo 2 version. And actually, I have a video coming up, a comparison of every Honor Guard Mega has ever made, so stay tuned. Moving on, actually, let's finish off the name characters first. We have Atriox. This guy, he's from Halo Wars 2. He's the main villain of that game. If you're up to date with Halo news, you know he's also the main villain of Halo Infinite as well. Atriox is super cool. Though, unfortunately, I'm not a huge fan of this figure, believe it or not. I don't really like how he turned out. The head mold is fine, but the paint on it, look at that. What am I even looking at? It just is like a big mess of whatever, and I don't see any, I can see a nose and some eyes, kind of, but I don't think his face is very distinguished. I don't think you can tell his features. Like, where's his mouth? You know, if you're looking at it from this distance, tell me where that. Tell me where his mouth is. But yeah, I love some paint on the beard and the back of his hair to distinguish it, or some on his face. The newer Atriox we got in Series 18, perfect. So much better. But yeah, I like the armor on this one, though. You got a lot of paint on the chest, some on the shoulders, some on the thighs. One thing people complain a lot about with is his chain breaker. That's the name of this weapon, this hammer he uses. But I don't understand the complaints, really. This is actually in, like, almost perfect proportion with Atriox and the other characters. I don't really understand the complaint, because it's very accurate to in-game. I've looked at the size many times. I mean, sure, maybe it could be, like, slightly bigger. Slightly. But not enough to complain about it. One thing I do complain about, though, is the size of the brutes. If I were to take Forge here, look at the heights between these guys. Why are they the same height? Brutes, in reality, if this was them standing back to back, Atriox would be about up here, or up here. That's how tall he should be compared to Forge. He towers over Spartans, which yeah, that's actually a better comparison. When him and Jerome fight, he towers over Jerome. So he should be like up here, around there. Yeah. Mega does have a scale issue, unfortunately. I find it most frustrating with the brutes. But yeah, this Atriox, it's serviceable. It's okay, but the new one is much better. So to round off the name characters, we have Spartan Hoya, the third member of Fireteam Majestic. Hoya comes with a painted shotgun, as well as the normal blue coloring, and the white little stripes. There's the Majestic logo on his shoulder, of course. And, oh man, I'm blanking on the name of this armor. It's not super common in Mega. I don't think I actually have another figure that uses this armor. Maybe it's, like, Operator. Maybe it's that. I think this might be Halo 4 Operator. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm really not into the Halo 4 and 5 multiplayers. I like the campaign, well, for 4 well enough. But I don't like the multiplayer, so I don't know a lot of the armor names. But I think it looks pretty good in Mega form. I like it. Use some extra paint up on the shoulders. Really cool. Good one. Very standard, though, with the other Majestic members. Not a lot of paint. Here we have a weird one. This is the Spartan Helioscrill. He's our only multiplayer Spartan for this series, thankfully. And doesn't he look like I just dropped him in some, like, mud before I filmed this? I promise you, this figure is completely clean. This doesn't come off. This is like a little brushing, like wet brush strokes he has on him to make him look kind of maybe battle damaged or dirty, but no, that's how he came. He comes with this strange DMR that has some white and orange. And I'm not a huge fan of the Helioscrill armor. I don't hate it. I don't love it, though. I know some people dislike it a lot. But he has, like, this beak. I always thought he looked like a bird. You know, like the back, like the head, and then the beak. You kind of see it? You see it? Yeah, you see it. Hopefully. Helioscrill, he's okay. He's pretty good. I do wish the head matched the body, though. Look at that. There's, like, it's like a different color. And I don't know. I don't like that a lot. So, yeah, that wraps it up for Series 3. Overall, this series, I think, has, you know, a lot of a big hit with the Honor Guard. I think Palmer's pretty great. I think the Atriox we got it's decent. It gets the job done. It's okay. I would always, for the longest time, one of my most requested figures for Mega to make was an updated Atriox that used a new head mold. They didn't, but for the new one, it has much better paint. So much better. So yeah, I think a Jerome is okay. It's exactly what it needs to be. I could have used some more crisp paint, though. I think the new version that came in the anniversary pack is my favorite version of the 3 or 4 we've gotten. Helioscrill, it's probably in the D tier for the multiplayer Spartans. I would say probably around the D tier. Just I don't like the paint doesn't match for the head and the body. And then the Hoya is pretty standard. It's he fits in with Majestic, clean paint. I can give it that. Oh man, overall I'd probably put this series in B tier. I would say B or C. This definitely isn't a D tier series. I like it a lot. But yeah, by far my favorite is the Honor Guard. I think everybody's favorite is the Honor Guard. So yeah, thanks for watching. That was Series 3 of Halo Heroes from Mega Construx. Series 4 will be covered in the next video. And yeah, going on and on, every series. Hope you're enjoying. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments about these figures. I will answer each and every single one. And by the way, as a little PS message, thank you so much if you were one of the people that provided me with these figures. The hunt took probably about 1.5 years to hunt them all down, every single one. And so I can't thank all of you. I don't remember every single person that sold me each figure. But thank you so much if you did. Thank you so much if you were one of the people that helped me out. Some of these I got for really good prices. Some people I can shout out now. Demarcation Media helped me. Mega Burb over on Discord. Mendy as well. Those are the names that come, off the top of my head. But yeah, thank you guys. This couldn't have happened without you. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you tune into the next episode. Like and subscribe. See you later.